Hi all, it's Catherine Burgess with Burgess Group Compass. We're talking about last week's Boulder County real estate numbers. Nationally, what's happening with prices and some other trends and how that relates to our local market. So last week we had 95 new listings come to market. That was a good 20 to 25 higher than we saw in the last 3 years. For under contracts, we had 100 new under contracts. That was a good chunk higher than 2018 and 2019 and slightly lower than 2020. From a month's supply of inventory standpoint, this is really good news. If you recall, 2 weeks ago, we were at a very low point for inventory, 0.79 months supply of inventory, and we are now up to 1.16 months supply of inventory. So that's a good recovery, and that puts us not at the top and not at the bottom of what the historic normals have been from 2018 to 2020. So we're in the realm of normal. Price changes are a coincident indicator that tell us about seller optimism today. And last week we only had 32. That is in huge contrast with in 2018 there were 77, 2019 there were 94, and in 2020 there were 51. So sellers are feeling extremely optimistic right now. They are expecting to get their prices and they are not changing their pricing. From a price band perspective, we had $0 to $500,000 very active with a 340% sell-through rate. 2 to 2.5 million was kind of slower with a 50% sell-through rate. And then the rest of our levels were just very balanced. So it should feel pretty skinny in that 0 to 500 right now. There may be a little bit more give up in the 2 to 2.5 range. So thinking back about that seller mentality piece that we saw with the price changes, nationally, prices are up 12% year over year, asking prices are. And that is in big contrast with the buyer-oriented indicators that are declining. So right now we are just 4% above the year over the total number of sales. That's the lowest point that we've been in 2021. So we're seeing a downward trend for the number of sales. Additionally, the number of properties that are selling above asking price has gone below 50%. So that's a big decline. And there are a bunch of different indicators. We'll put the charts in our blog that are showing that in general, buyer demand is decreasing right now. Combine that with the Fed indicating that they are planning to begin to taper, and knowing that that will help interest rates push up. Those are all things that we should keep in mind as we approach sales prices at this point. And so in terms of how those national trends relate to our local market, we are continuing to see a big number of buyers here. We have the highest number of under contracts that we've had in the last 3 years, so higher than even 2020. That said, that quantity of buyers that was pushing prices up really quickly, we're not seeing that. So where in the spring we would maybe have 6 to 10 competitive offers, we are now seeing maybe 1 or 2, possibly 3. So the behavior of buyers is very different right now. It's more difficult to get a critical mass of buyers engaged with the property. It's more of a buyers coming in little by little and evaluating the property. So which of course affects the sale price. So we will have to watch and see how that all trends out. It is different for us locally than it is nationally, but certainly we're seeing a difference in buyer behavior here as well. So great time to be a seller. It's still a tremendously short supply of inventory available to buyers. So sellers, it's a good time to come to market. Buyers, We have fewer buyers circulating than before, and it sounds as though interest rates are on the way up. So it could be a good time to be a buyer as well. So call us with questions. We are happy to be a resource. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you again next week. No, we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Thanks. Bye.